Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be looking at a light that I was sent over for review purposes by Thrunite. This is the Archer 1A V3. And if you guys caught my last Thrunite video, I actually reviewed this guy here. This is the bigger brother to that light. This is the Archer 2A V3 running off of two AA batteries. Now in that video, I mentioned that even though this is a great EDC flashlight, the positioning of the clip kind of left a little bit too much of the flashlight sticking out of my pants for my liking. So if I have it in this orientation here, the head is sticking out that much. Versus if I go ahead and turn it around, the tail cap is sticking out that much. So Thrunite contacted me and asked me if I would be interested in reviewing the 1A V3 because it is a little bit smaller, so it might make a difference as far as how you carry it. I said, yes, go ahead and send it because I wanted to show you guys in case you have questions regarding the size of the two different flashlights. I wanted to show you guys side by side. So here is the 1A V3. It comes in this box here. So as you open it up, you have the flashlight itself, and then underneath you have your instruction manual. As always, I do recommend that you kind of read through it. It gives you some really good information as far as the different modes and how to activate them and cycle through them and things like that. And then underneath you have this little bag here with a couple of accessories. So you have a lanyard, a spare tail cap switch, and some spare O-rings, and then your thank you card right in there also. So let's go ahead and take a look at this guy here. And again, by all intents and purposes, this is the little brother to the 2A V3. Again, this is the 1A V3 running off of one AA battery. You got the same aircraft grade aluminum, which is going to make it very lightweight, but it's also very sturdy. And then you also have some really functional knurling on the body and on the back right here. So this is great, especially when you go to pull the flashlight out of your pocket. So as you guys can see, the way that the pocket clip is situated, it allows only this much of the flashlight itself to stick out of the pocket versus if I turn it around and the head will stick out. So again, it's a little bit smaller size, but it's still a great EDC flashlight. So off of the one AA battery, you're going to get a high output of 200 lumens. So that's really good. It definitely gives you more than enough functional light for pretty much any EDC task. So let me go ahead and run through the different modes so you guys can appreciate that. I'll turn off these overhead lights. Now you have your tail cap switch here, and then again, it is a momentary on or a constant on, and I do enjoy that. So if you lightly press it, the light will come on. Now this is already set up at the 200 lumens. It does have a memory, so it will come on at the last mode that you left it on. So if I click it on, that is 200 lumens, and again, that's going to be good for 115 minutes. You have your mode selector switch on the side right here, so as you press that, it's going to ramp down to the Firefly mode, and that's going to be 0.1 lumen for 17 days. From there, you're going to go to low mode, and that's going to be 17 lumens for 22 hours. And then from there, you're going to go to medium, which is 75 lumens for 5 hours. And then back up to high, again, 200 lumens for 115 minutes. If you go ahead and leave that mode switch pressed, it'll actually go into your strobe, and that's going to be 200 lumens at 3.5 hours. And then you can go ahead and press it again, and it'll go back to whichever you left it last, and then you can turn it off. So let me go ahead and turn on these overhead lights again. So as you guys can see, you get quite a few different modes in this really nice small package. So again, this is a pretty nice EDC flashlight, especially if you want to keep your EDC carry very minimal, not too bulky or anything like that. Again, because it is running off of one AA battery, it's going to keep a nice thin form factor. Now, by way of comparison, I wanted to go ahead and bring back in the bigger brother, the 2A V3, just to give you a little bit of a size comparison. So again, this is running off of two AA batteries versus the one AA battery. And they pretty much look exactly the same, just with the addition of this extra piece right here to accommodate for the other battery. Now, the 2A V3 is putting out 500 lumens on its high mode, but for the most part, besides that, the medium and low modes are going to be exactly the same on both of them. So 75 for medium and 17 for low. And then it does change a little bit in the Firefly mode. The 2A V3 is going to give you 0.2 lumens in the Firefly versus the 1A V3 is going to give you 0.1 lumen in the Firefly mode. Now, obviously, the one thing that will change is obviously the duration in each of the modes because of the fact that you're going on two batteries versus the one battery. But for the most part, either one of these flashlights are great for EDC purposes. It just pretty much depends on how much light you're going to want to have your particular flashlight putting out and the size of itself. Maybe if you're wearing gloves, the 2AV3 will be a little bit easier to hold on to grip to, because again, it is a little bit longer. As you guys can see, it does stick out on either side, versus the 1AV3 is a little bit shorter. My hand kind of completely covers it there. So for the most part, the main difference is going to be the output on the high modes. Again, the 2AV3 is 500 lumens versus the 1AV3 is 200 lumens. But either one and either one of those outputs is going to be perfect for EDC purposes. Again, it's up to you to decide if you want higher output in a little bit bigger package or lower output in a smaller package. So there it is. That is a look at the Thrunite Archer 1A V3 and compared to its big brother, the Thrunite Archer 2A V3. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.